Hey guys, have you ever wondered here and like, OMG, you guys are not ready for this? Today we're diving deep into the rabbit hole of the most insane theories about the Philippines. Seriously, I'm talking next-level conspiracy theories that will make you question everything you thought you knew, like are we living in the Matrix? Is the Earth actually flat? Okay, maybe not that crazy, but close. Seriously though, some of these theories are so wild, so out there that you'll be like, no way, that can't be true. But that's the thing about conspiracies, right? They make you think. Here are the top 10 amazing and mind-blowing theories about the Philippines, and you'll be surprised by number 1. Buckle up because we're about to go on a wild ride. Okay, so picture this. The Philippines, a country known for its stunning beaches, delicious food, and the nicest people on earth, is secretly sitting on a treasure trove of gold, diamonds, and who knows what else. I'm talking riches beyond your wildest dreams, enough to make Scrooge McDuck jealous. This theory claims that the government, or maybe some shadowy organization, is keeping it all under wraps. Why? Well, some say it's to protect the country from greedy outsiders, while others whisper about ancient curses and powerful forces at play. I mean, think about it. The Philippines has a history filled with colonizers and conquerors, all trying to get their hands on its riches. Maybe, just maybe, they knew something we didn't. And let's not forget about all those stories of hidden treasure buried during World War II. What if some of it was real, and it's still out there, just waiting to be found? Of course, there's no concrete evidence to support this theory, but that's what makes it so intriguing, right? The possibility, the mystery, the what-ifs. It's enough to make you want to grab a shovel and start digging. Okay, this one is seriously wild, guys, like buckle up and get ready for a bumpy ride. So there's this theory floating around that Adolf Hitler, yes, that Hitler, might have been the son of our very own national hero, Jose Rizal. I know it sounds completely bonkers, right? But hear me out. The theory claims that Rizal fathered a child during his time in Europe, and that child was somehow whisked away to Austria, where he grew up to become, well, you know. The evidence, well, it's mostly circumstantial, like the fact that both Rizal and Hitler had similar facial features, and that they were both known for their charisma and intelligence. Some even point to the fact that Rizal traveled to Europe around the time Hitler's mother would have been pregnant. Now, I'm not saying I believe this theory, but it's definitely one of the most bizarre and mind-blowing things I've ever heard. I mean, can you imagine if it were true? It would rewrite history as we know it. Emilio Aguinaldo, the first president of the Philippines, is often hailed as a hero who fought for our independence. But, like all historical figures, he wasn't without his flaws. Some even go so far as to accuse him of eliminating his rivals to consolidate his power. One of the most controversial cases involves Andres Bonifacio, another prominent figure in the Philippine Revolution. Bonifacio was arrested, tried, and executed under Aguinaldo's orders. Was it a justified act of war or a cold-blooded power grab? Then there's Antonio Luna, a brilliant but hot-headed general who clashed with Aguinaldo. Luna's death, riddled with bullets from his own men, remains a mystery to this day. Was it a simple case of mistaken identity or a carefully orchestrated assassination? These questions continue to haunt historians and fuel speculation. Did Aguinaldo resort to extreme measures to secure his position, or are these accusations simply attempts to tarnish his legacy? Hold on to your hats, guys, because this theory is a real doozy. Some believe that the attack on Pearl Harbor, the event that plunged the United States into World War II, wasn't actually orchestrated by the Japanese, but by the Nazis. And it gets even crazier. They say the Nazis were also behind the invasion of the Philippines, using it as a strategic pawn in their grand scheme to dominate the world. The evidence? Well, some point to the fact that Japan and Germany were allies at the time and that the Nazis had a history of using deception and surprise attacks. Others claim that there were sightings of German U-boats in the Pacific Ocean around the time of the attacks. Now, I'm not saying I'm buying into this theory, but it's definitely food for thought, right? It makes you wonder about the true motives behind some of the most significant events in history. Ninoy Aquino, the senator who bravely opposed the Marcos regime, is considered a national hero in the Philippines. But what if there was more to his story than meets the eye? Some whisper that Aquino was secretly working with the CIA, using his political platform to further American interests in the region. They point to his close ties with US officials and his frequent trips to America during a time of political turmoil. Was Aquino a pawn in a larger geopolitical game, or are these accusations merely attempts to discredit his legacy? The truth, as always, remains elusive, but the possibility that one of the Philippines' most beloved figures might have been entangled in a web of international intrigue is both fascinating and unsettling. Deep in the heart of Mindanao, hidden beneath the lush rainforests and towering mountains, lies a secret. Some say it's a massive underground base built by the United States government for reasons unknown. Is it a strategic military outpost, a secret research facility, or something even more sinister? The theories abound, each more outlandish than the last. Some claim to have seen strange lights and heard unexplained noises emanating from the jungle, while others whisper about black helicopters and unmarked vehicles disappearing into the night. The Philippine government denies any knowledge of such a base, but that hasn't stopped the speculation. What secrets lie hidden beneath the surface of Mindanao? Legend has it that during World War II, General Tomoyuki Yamashita, also known as the Tiger of Malaya, looted a vast fortune in gold, jewels, and artifacts from Southeast Asia. This legendary hoard, known as Yamashita's gold, is said to be hidden somewhere in the Philippines. But here's where it gets really interesting. Some believe that this treasure wasn't just hidden, it was stolen. And not by opportunistic treasure hunters, but by the US government itself. The theory goes that American forces, aware of the treasure's existence, secretly recovered it and shipped it back to the States, where it was deposited in various banks and used to fund covert operations. Is this just another wild conspiracy theory, or could there be some truth to it? The rumors persist, fueled by whispers of secret deals and shadowy figures operating behind the scenes. This theory is a real head-scratcher, guys. Some believe that the Filipino elite, the wealthy and powerful families who have long held sway over the country, have a secret plan. And it's not a good one. They say these elites are working behind the scenes to maintain their grip on power, exploiting the poor and enriching themselves at the expense of the nation. But it goes even deeper than that. Some whisper about a sinister agenda to enslave the Filipino people, to keep them trapped in a cycle of poverty and dependence. They point to the country's persistent inequality, corruption, and lack of opportunities as evidence of this nefarious scheme. Is it a case of paranoia run wild, or is there something more to it? The idea that those in power might be working against the best interests of the people is a disturbing one, to say the least. The 1968 invasion of Sabah, a territory claimed by both the Philippines and Malaysia, is a controversial chapter in Philippine history. But what if there was more to it than meets the eye? Some believe that the invasion, far from being a genuine attempt to reclaim Sabah, was actually orchestrated by Malaysian opposition parties seeking to destabilize their own government. They claim that these parties armed and financed the Filipino guerrillas who carried out the attack, using them as pawns in their own political games. The goal? To create chaos and unrest, paving the way for their own rise to power? Was the Sabah invasion a case of Malaysian political intrigue, or was it simply a misguided attempt by the Philippines to assert its territorial claims? The truth, as always, is shrouded in mystery. This one is truly heartbreaking, guys. The death of Paul Walker, the star of the Fast and Furious franchise, sent shockwaves through the world. But in the Philippines, it took on an even deeper significance. Walker was deeply involved in relief efforts following Typhoon Yolanda, one of the deadliest storms in history, which devastated the country in 2013. He traveled to the Philippines, met with survivors, and donated generously to help rebuild communities. But some believe that Walker's death was no accident. They claim that he stumbled upon something he shouldn't have seen while working on his relief efforts. Was Walker targeted for his involvement in the Philippines? Or are these just the ramblings of grief-stricken fans struggling to make sense of his tragic passing? Oh my God, you guys, we've just gone through some seriously heavy stuff, like my brain is officially fried. From hidden treasures and secret CIA agents to political conspiracies and even celebrity tragedies, the Philippines has its fair share of mysteries and intrigue. It just goes to show that you never really know what's going on behind the scenes, right? It makes you wonder what other secrets are out there just waiting to be uncovered. Subscribe for more amazing content and keep wondering. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.